Good morning. It's me, Pearl from Pearl and the Prayers, and this is Tuned In Tarot. And we're here to take a look at the balance between the divine masculine and divine feminine energies inside of ourselves, understanding that whatever state we find this energy in, we can expect to see reflected back to us in our outside world. So if we want to see changes in our interactions with others, if we want to see the things that we've been trying to manifest for a long time finally come into fruition, we have to change the energy that's inside of ourselves first. That age old adage. Wait, is that redundant? It might be. Good morning. I have had only a little coffee so far. All right, the top of the deck, overall headspace for the divine masculine, who is going first because all of his cards, almost except for two, are showing. Well, okay then, divine masculine. We have an interesting spread for him today. Overall, forefront of his mind, thing that's consuming him so very much at the moment, the lovers. So he's thinking a lot about union, physical union, definitely, especially when we look at the other cards that I can see in this beauteous spread this morning. Right? Good morning, Michelle. So yeah, he's thinking about this. He's thinking about what this means to him. He's thinking about how much he wants this. He's thinking about how he's ready to charge towards this. He's consumed with it. He can't think of anything else. He might have a little bit of distractibility going on from positive thoughts about affection, physical affection. But I'm saying it so nicely. You're like, why is she being so coy? Usually she's so very crass. Because if this was a devil card or something like that, or like a wands card, it would have more of that energy. But it has a very respectable, like gentleman, Jane Austen sort of like, I cannot wait to caress your cheek, madame, kind of an energy. But yes, there's like wanting physical affection, but like from a very heart-centered place, which is very nice, very nice. The niggling thing in the back of divine masculine's mind is the end of painful separation. So to see that he is thinking in the forefront of his mind of the lovers all the time and can't stop thinking about it and really wants this positive relationship to ensue, we then have him wanting to end the separation, the painful separation, because that 10 of Swords is about that. It's a completion card. It's about ending something. In its reversal, to me, it has feelings of something that has been in the past. So it's not like something that's about to happen or currently going on, but something that has happened in the past. So yeah, he like wants this to be over. So I guess he wants to do that because that's underlying every thought he's having. That's the bottom of the deck, right? The first thing on his mind is the Chariot. So this is major energy so far, and then it's going to be major. So major energy going on. Big change, big shift, big forward motion heading towards something that is brand new, because the next thing up is the Page of Wands, which is like really brand new spark idea, excited, very excited, like a youthful amount of excitement and glee, because this is really what he's desiring the most, as we're going to see in the next card. But let's talk about the Chariot just a little bit more. The really positive energy associated with the Chariot being the balance between the two aspects of self. So coming into union and being able, once in union, to achieve that forward motion, because now you're both pulling in the same direction and able to go together as a team. And divine masculine is feeling really excited about this because there's been this shift. It's like, wait a minute. It's like we're doing something new. It's like we're heading in the right direction. I feel like really excited about it because it seems like we're kind of coming to this place of the 10 of Cups. So we got the lovers and then This is what we're excited about moving towards, is our spiritual fulfillment. This is not a 10 of Pentacles card. So, which, 10 of Pentacles would be great too, because that's just the material realization of the spiritual fulfillment. But I'm really excited to see that it's a spiritual fulfillment card that Divine Masculine is so excited about, and that the balance inside of himself is like pushing him towards, because this is what he's really taken some time to be able to embrace. He's not usually so very comfortable with the, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like trying to move my cards over here and hitting my mouse pad. So I don't know what I'm doing. But he's not usually feeling so comfortable with all those cups in his head. But I don't feel discomfort with this. This is excitement. This is expectation. It's a delight. The next thing that's coming is this Magician card. Its reversal doesn't concern me. Its reversal is just about clarifying this message for me, which is he's powerless to this forward motion. It's like the chariot's going, he's surrendered the reins, and he's pretty much powerless to it. He has exhausted all of the tools he has, and now the divine is in control of the chariot, and this is much better for everyone concerned, because the divine is much better at directing the chariot, but he does feel powerless to this forward motion. He's like, he kind of like, he was at the top of the hill and he like pushed the car to see what would happen. And then it was like, well, there it goes. I really did it. I like set this into motion now, and there's no going back. So he is feeling a little bit powerless, but he's aware that it's his manifestation. It's his creation. We have that High Priestess card, pesky High Priestess. She was here yesterday in reverse. She's back again, clarifying this excitement. So I think what I'm seeing here is he's not entirely sure what to expect from divine feminine energy, right? He is hoping, he is really trying to trust that she's going to be excited about the spiritual fulfillment that he would really like to offer. He would really like to express to her what it is that he desires. And he's trying to trust his own intuition in regards to this excitement. He's trying not to suppress the excitement, but he's feeling a little bit cautious about it. He's just like, yeah, she's pretty intimidating. I don't know. Like, I think I know, but I'm not sure. So there's a little bit of hesitation there, like caution that's coming from his headspace. And like, is it really a good idea to follow my heart? Like, I don't know, but I am going to do it anyway, because finally the Page of Swords is fucking upright. Thank God. This shit has been in reverse for so long. No more. He is brave enough to pick up the sword, to have this new idea about what it is that he desires will encompass a spiritual fulfillment. Allow the divine to just carry him towards this, follow that spark, follow that ace of wands towards what it is that he desires. And even though he doesn't know what he's doing and he's not exactly sure he can trust himself, he's just going to go. He's just going to do it anyway. Thank God. Thank God. Good job, Divine Masculine. All right, top of the deck. Overall heart space for Divine Masculine. The Tower card in reverse. I was called to use that Crow Tarot today and against the Ethereal Visions Tarot. I'm bringing back two old decks today. We're going to see Mystic Mondays for Divine Feminine, and then I've got my newer decks, Ethereal Visions and the Muse Tarot. Right? Oh, I am now just noticing. I have looked at this card so many times and never noticed that this was a clock tower. That's so also Back to the Future is like in my brain right now that I'm seeing that. But that clock tower is significant to me. So a reversal on the Tower card is usually about feeling like it's really difficult to rebuild a tower, or being resistant to releasing some aspects of the things that don't serve you. That can be, it's sort of like it's got an 8 of Cups kind of an energy where you're having to really walk away, release something. And when it's in reverse, it can be difficult. But what I'm really feeling based on the rest of the cards in the head space and the niggling feeling in the heart space is what we're seeing is all of these tower moments that have destabilized the foundation of the relationship have had to do with this divine timing. And if divine masculine is resisting anything, it's releasing sort of the frustration and impatience at the effects of this timing that was sort of out of their hands and just feeling a little bit of resistance about it. But having released the full effects of the tower moments, these things are, this is no longer happening. It's like, this is the card that's clarifying the position of the lovers. And it's like, there's no more discomfort here with him in embracing that feeling of the lovers in his headspace, right? He's comfortable with the spiritual fulfillment. He's less uncomfortable. The niggling thing in the back of his heart, I guess the back of his heart, I don't know, the bottom of his heart. What is the position? It's the bottom of the deck, underlying everything in the heart space. 2 of Cups, the physical meetup in the real world and clarifying, and the physical separation between the two of us. This is the underlying thing in the heart space. That's why the head space is thinking about the end of separation, because the heart space is like, I feel that it is time. I feel that it is absolutely time now to physically come together. This Chariot, this forward motion, we're catapulting towards this rebirth, right? The time of grief where we were grieving the end of this relationship, the end of whatever it is. That time is past, and it's time now to be reborn. And we're hurtling lightning speed in this direction. There is a transformation that comes from allowing that Chariot energy to take over. And I do think divine masculine is a little bit resisting the transformation process. The next thing up is the Knight of Cups in reverse. This is clarifying the Page of Wands. So he is a little bit afraid that he's not going to be very good at expressing. He's feeling a little bit like, I might be, even though I'm really excited and I'm I'm very passionate and I want this very much, I'm still a little bit unsure about how well I'm going to receive in my cup. I'm definitely going to be pouring out everything. I don't even know. I'm not sure how mature I'm going to sound. I'm not sure how cool it's going to be, but I'm going to pour everything out of my cup. But I'm not 100% certain yet. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to receive whatever divine feminine is planning to pour out of her cup. Because I am feeling a little bit overwhelmed by my emotions, a little bit foolish. There's the Fool in reverse, and this is a resistant feeling. A little bit foolish about exactly how I'm going to express this to divine feminine. And a little bit foolish about the fact that I know what this constitutes for me now. And a little bit scared that I'm going to fumble my victory, right? That I want this so much. It is my fulfillment. And I'm just a little afraid that I might fuck this up. The 6 of Wands card clarifying this Magician in reverse. So we're seeing divine masculine is like, okay, I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to do it. I've got the sword. I'm going to do it. 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 But I hope I don't fuck it up. I wasn't good at this before. He's also thinking about the past, right? What has died? What is being reborn? Well, in the past, he wouldn't express that he wanted the spiritual fulfillment, and he would fumble the victory. We've got a lot of overfeeling. So he's working through this. This High Priestess in reverse, This is what he's hoping is being unblocked. He is hoping that Divine Feminine is going to trust him. He knows that he has caused trust issues with her in the past because he resisted this transformation. He resisted expression. He resisted having a new beginning with her and bringing a victory to her, and it caused them to be stuck. And so he's hoping that these trust issues that he knows he caused with his shadow traits of this King of Swords energy are not going to block him from what he really desires. Because what he really desires to do is pick up that sword. That's the choice he's made. He's not confused. He's not in the Seven of Cups energy anymore, being like, what should I do? How should I do it? He's like, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm starting out fresh. I'm just going to pick up this sword. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to, try my best, try my very best, because I'm a Page of Cups, because I'm in love, because I am feeling true love, heart-centered. And I don't know exactly, I feel foolish, right? This is in the same row as this. I feel foolish about it, but this is all I need. This is all I need. I thought I needed something else, but this is all I need. And so I'm choosing to do this. I'm going to be brave and I'm going to do it. Even if I look goofy and awkward, even if I'm immature and I don't know what I'm doing, I just don't care anymore. I refuse to remain uncomfortable any longer. I'm going to do it. Cool beans, Divine Masculine. We're excited for you. Like, this. See you soon, I guess. Like, looking forward. Okay. Divine Feminine. Need more coffee. Top of the deck for you. My cold brew is very good today. I treated myself to Intelligentsia espresso beans and made cold brew from it. So good. Okay. Top of the deck, overall headspace, forefront of your mind, strength in reverse. So you're saying it's real. You're like, I'm weak as fuck. I'm trying to be strong. You're trying so hard. You're not doing shabby either, but you're judging yourself. That's why it's in reverse. You're like, I don't know if I'm strong enough to last anymore, to try to get what it is that I want, but I'm trying. I'm trying to come into balance. I'm trying to control my ego. I'm trying to control my pride. Every time, like, I'm feeling this very strongly from personal experience when I have been giving messages. And in the past, I would stop myself because I'd be like, no, I don't want to seem clingy, or I don't want to seem annoying, or I don't want to. And I've just stopped doing that. I've stopped I'm worrying about my pride. Like, I don't care. That's how I feel. I'm going to say it. I don't care. I'm going to say it. That's what I want from him. So then how come if I want that, then I need to be that, right? So struggling with the pride, which is like, I want him to be the one that is saying these things to me, but God damn it, I will do it. I will do it. And then feeling really much better when I do, right? But it's a struggle. There's a raging beast inside of you. I'm sensing that there's processing of anger going on, but it's just really more about the pride and ego thing. It's more about appearing foolish, right? It's like obviously gonna be similar to Divine Masculine. If he's feeling like foolish and he's like feeling you're feeling that same need to like get a hold of that ego that's too sensitive about appearing a certain way. It's so funny because we're working on looking this way. We're like being very performative for this person that we're trying to attract. But then your expectation is that this person is going to be with you all your days, right? If that's your ideal, like all the rest of your days. And my best friends in my life, I have seen looking at their absolute worst. When you bring them chicken noodle soup and their face is they're just sick. They look terrible. Do you ever think that to yourself? Are you like, oh my God, this person looks so terrible. I can't even be with them right now. So it's just so funny that we're always trying to be so perfect and never look bad and never look stupid and never look foolish. And yet you want this person to stay by you when you do look bad, when you are foolish, when you do silly things, right? So don't try to it's just like your pride and your ego. Just let it go. It's stopping you from having what you want. The thing in the back of your mind, divine feminine, is the 8 of Wands. So you feel that momentum that we see, that chariot energy. You feel it. I feel it coming, babe, right? Like it's coming. It's a coming. And you, I think, are also sending messages. You're sending messages to divine masculine, which, guess what, is propelling the chariot forward. You were totally wrong. You thought, if I send messages, I'm going to push him away. And there were times when there was an iteration of the divine masculine that would have responded that way because your worthiness inside wasn't ready to receive. So if you sent messages and you weren't ready to receive them, then the person you were sending them to cannot get them. But now that you're ready to receive these messages, you send them and they are received with delight. So that's underlying everything. The sending and receiving of these messages, the momentum. First thing on divine feminine's mind, 4 of Wands. It is in reverse, but it is in reverse because she is feeling a little bit wobbly. She's like, okay, I can feel it. I can taste it. I can smell it. I can almost touch it. And I can like sense that it's here and it's within my reach. And there's the sacred union energy. And there's this like the soulmate aspects of the card from the 1111 thing that's going on in here. There's like all of these things. Welcome everybody that is joining. I'm going to put up a message for you. This is a general reading, but feel free to email me if you would like personal questions answered. I don't answer questions for free on the daily, although on Sundays at 12 o'clock, you can hit us up on Tuned In Tarot on Instagram for personal questions. And here we have the destabilization feeling. She's like, okay, I can say it's like here, it's here, but it's a little precarious. I'm not entirely sure if this is really going to happen. But I really want it to. But it feels a little precarious. The next thing on her mind is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So she's not quite tasting this victory yet either, right? She's not quite seeing something. She doesn't quite have enough clarity yet about why this isn't quite stable yet. The thing is, she knows the truth is that it's something to do with what she doesn't see about herself. I don't have a sense here that she's like trying to get this truth from divine masculine anymore. There's a sense that she needs to go within and sort of figure out why this isn't here yet. If she's not seeing it, there must be some clarity that she's missing. And so she's thinking about that. That's what the pride and ego stuff is about. She's like, okay, there must still be some ego going on. I must still be sensitive. I must still be protecting myself in some way. Something. 7 of Cups, just like divine masculine had. Although, oh, there it is. Also in reverse because divine feminine is in union with divine masculine in that she's not confused. There are no other options for her. Divine masculine is not interested in any other options. She is not interested in any other options. And I think that the thing that divine feminine is thinking about right now is she's thinking, is it possible that I'm refusing to see? Because this is a card about seeing. That I'm refusing to see other options. Because the next card that is clarifying this 4 of Wands in reverse is, yes, that's correct, the 10 of Cups upright, which divine masculine also had in his headspace. So they're in union. So divine feminine is thinking, am I blocking myself from sacred union, from marriage, from being with another soulmate because I'm not looking at any of my other options, because I'm believing my spiritual fulfillment comes from this 1111 twin flame thing. Is this label blocking my spiritual fulfillment? Or is this coming to me? She's going back and forth. She's like, do I just wait and don't take any other options because my spiritual fulfillment can only come from this twin flame union? This is what she's like going over and over again in her head. And her Queen of Cups is in reverse. So she's feeling a little bit of, it's a little bit difficult to navigate the emotions. And she's wondering, am I being too expressive with these messages I'm sending? Am I investing all of this expression and giving all this expression to this one option, believing that it's my spiritual fulfillment, but maybe not being correct about that? And am I being too expressive? And am I not seeing this? Am I not being clear, like looking clearly at myself, and I'm actually not looking that good and being kind of, desperate or something? And this is bothering her. This Nine of Swords, this is really kind of keeping her up at night. This is making her think a lot about what she's doing, a lot about her choices. Did I make the wrong choice? Like, I'm choosing to wait for this fucking twin flame shit. Am I like refusing to see the truth that I actually am making the wrong choice? Like, am I making the wrong choice? Am I being overly emotional and just stuck in fantasy and just, am I actually a fucking idiot? Like, definitely. There is an element of that in her brain right now. Let's look at her heart space. Top of the deck, overall feeling of the heart space. We have the Nine of Inspiration or the Nine of Wands in reverse. So we have this healing energy, of course, but we have this deep desire to come out of isolation. There's been battles that have been fought. We have gone, we've licked our wounds, we've healed them. We don't need to be alone anymore. That's why she's like, am I crazy? Am I crazy for choosing this one person, choosing to fucking wait for this person? Because I need to come out of isolation because am I crazy? Like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Okay. But she really wants to come out of this isolation. She wants to come out of this period of sadness. We have this niggling feeling of the Five of Cups. Man, it's been sad in there. There have been a lot of wounds that have needed healing. And she's felt pessimistic about her potential to come out of isolation. If it's this one individual, this one iteration that she's focused on, she's not looking at any of her other options. She's thinking, oh, I'm just going to fucking be isolated forever. And she's trying to be optimistic about it. The niggling feeling is, don't focus on that sadness. Just focus on that Two of Cups that waits for you. This Four of Wands in reverse is being clarified by the Eight of Cups in reverse. So she is feeling that I'm frustrated. Divine masculine side is so good. All right. Divine feminine is feeling definitely that she's afraid that she is, by not walking away from that fixation on that soulmate, the one, by not walking away from the one, she is potentially being really foolish. Oh, they are the same. They are the same. They are twins. She's being foolish. She's not seeing clearly. She has cloudy vision. It's not the greatest. So I'm also thinking that I'm seeing her reflect upon what happens. You know, sometimes we see divine masculine looking at like, this is what I do. Divine feminine has got that. She's struggling with pride and ego. So she's looking at what she does. Ready? Divine masculine, what does he think he does well? When he resists this transformation and resists this rebirth of the connection, when he resists giving the cup and receiving, he acts foolish, fumbles his victory, goes into the shadow traits of the King of Swords, becoming icy and aloof, not using his intellect, not being in his integrity, and then fumbles the connection. He doesn't want to do that anymore. He wants to release those traits, and he wants to be able to approach divine feminine from his heart, from a heart-centered place, right? That's divine masculine's head and heart noise that's going on. Divine feminine is thinking, my refusal to walk away from this one specific iteration and to just not look at any other options causes me to feel foolish. Resisting any kind of new beginnings, I feel like a fool, which causes me to go into this Queen of Swords energy. That's fucking right. The match to the King of Swords. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You saw it right here on Tuned In Tarot every single fucking day. The same goddamn cards. Causes me to protect myself, to become defensive, to go to over-intellectualize, to overthink, to overanalyze, trying to figure out if I've made the wrong choice because I've had this one option. I think myself to death. Stab my own heart with all of the machinations of the ego's fears and anxieties. And I block my spiritual fulfillment by focusing on the heartache that I experienced by not walking away from this one specific iteration. This is what I have been doing in the past, divine feminine is thinking. But I'm not doing that anymore. I'm walking away from that behavior. I'm going to be in my new beginning. I'm not going to be in the shadow traits of the Queen of Swords. I'm going to be in the light. I'm going to use my intellect. I'm going to be in command of these emotions that I have fears that I'm not in command of. No, my heart space is saying, no, you are not the Queen of Swords in reverse. And your heartbreak is what has shown you what your spiritual fulfillment is. It's healing these wounds that has allowed this to happen. That's right. The fucking Chariot upright. Oh my God. Y'all are coming into union or something. This Chariot upright is clarifying this Queen of Cups in reverse. So this feeling of needing help, the divine's got it. Divine feminine's like, all right, you take it. I am overly emotional. I am emotionally reactive. I can be manipulative. I have all of these shadow traits. I want to be in the light traits of them. I need help balancing my ego, my pride, and my ego. So you take the reins. I can feel this forward motion, obviously. I see it in divine masculine side. I feel it. And I'm going to counter this with my Ace of Cups, with my self-love, with my self-care, with understanding that I don't need to be afraid that something's going to be taken from me because you can't steal my own love of self. That's mine. It belongs to me. So I'm going to use my heart-centered, that cup that I have, to counter any fears or anxieties I have that I am not going to be able to have what it is that I desire. And what do I desire? I desire this twin flame union. I will not walk away from it. I will not walk away from it. I'm going to be a fool. I'm going to follow my heart. And that's cool because divine masculine is planning to do that too. Well, okay then. Let's look at the oracles. Jesus. You know how divine masculine was like in the lover's energy, and then there was more lover's energy, and then there was more. Well, that's because he's in the lover energy. We have him in the light traits of the Lover's archetype. So he is, sorry, my cards are falling. So he is in the light, having great passion and devotion and unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Okay? He's doing a good job. The Lovers were in this energy the other day. Was it yesterday? And now he's just really embodying this energy in himself. He's no longer in the obsessive passion that harms others and self-destructive devotion. He's just really, really in love. Divine Masculine is also in the light attributes of the hero, which is a passion for a journey of personal empowerment. And he's no longer in the shadow of escapism and a false sense of heroism. So he sees them as ascending this together. It's no longer like he comes up to the top and then, helps Divine Feminine up. No. They're ascending together. And it is personal empowerment that both of them experience through their love of one another. Divine Masculine is also in his visionary energy, capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, and a willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So he's really holding this vision. He's doing something that he's not done himself before. And he's not doing this just for himself. He's doing this for Divine Feminine. He's doing this for his family. He's doing this to heal others, to uplift. Saint Mother Teresa is here to help him take action in this activist energy, not only for the union, but as that visionary who is doing what is not yet conceivable to others and being willing to proclaim this vision without regard for his personal gain. That means he's going to be able to uplift so many. And he will probably have some kind of a cause that he is championing. I always have trouble saying that word. You're also having this guardian angel of to support you in being brave. If you're going to take action and be an activist and you're, feeling like a page of wands and a page of cups, but you're ready to pick up that page of swords, you definitely will feel supported in that energy of bravery. And then to reinforce that, St. Hildegard von Bingen is here to help you believe. And she has been a champion of this relationship for a while. So she is a multi-talented and powerful, authoritative, pure saint. And she's on your side. Oh, I love this. You got this all over yesterday. You got the judgment card all over. But this is the reconciliation aspect, and it was emphasized. Divine Masculine really has this desire, and you're getting this very strong message of reconciliation. And there's this full moon here, which is happening this weekend. There's a release energy that comes from reconciliation, right? Releasing guilt, releasing and revealing secrets, revealing things that have been hidden, and then bringing them into the light and being absolved of those sins and feeling whole once more and being like new again. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. And I do feel, Divine Masculine, that is very true for you right now, and you're being acknowledged for that. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. So keep having fun. Keep enjoying yourself. Keep making each other laugh. Keep doing the things that make each other feel good, because it is in feeling good that momentum is going to continue to go forward. You are good enough, Divine Masculine. You are good enough. You might not feel like you know what you're doing, but you are absolutely good enough in that page energy to do anything you desire. Get grounded. This is for empaths, highly sensitive. It's about connecting with nature. It's about grounding the spiritual union in the material. You are also getting mouse spirit, cutie little mouse spirit. 10 to the small things. You're getting the oracle message from the Colette Baron Reed deck. The humble mouse pays attention to the smallest details And Mouse Spirit calls on you to notice the nuances and the fine print at this time. In your eagerness to meet your goals and pursue your dreams, it is easy to forget the importance of clear communication and tending to the little things, including people's subtle signs that they are unhappy, as well as the small voice inside of you that says, this doesn't feel right. Take your time to sniff out what you need to know. Is there some detail or nuance about how you engage others or operate in the world that is key to your success, but you've too readily dismissed as, quote, nothing big or nothing special? Mouse Spirit reminds you that what seems small may be more important and powerful than you think. So look again. Do not underestimate yourself or your potential for co-creating something amazing when you pay attention to the details. Well, Divine Masculine, you're pretty good at paying attention to details, so you shouldn't have trouble doing that today. All right, Divine Feminine, let us look at your energy. You are in the light attributes of the Destroyer, releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for a new life, which is literally this: releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for a new life. Good job. You're being acknowledged in this energy. You've released the destructive aspects of the clinging, the grasping energy you had in regards to the sacred union. You've released the ideas that you aren't already in sacred union too, because I can see a reversal on a Four of Wands kind of also indicating you've already achieved sacred union, right? There's that aspect too. Your guardian angel is here to support you in having faith and keeping this faith that all is going to go well. Saint Raphael, he's my head honcho saint. I have a devotion to Saint Raphael. He's here to support you. This was a reversal on this card. There may be some in the collective that have been having trouble with healthful eating, or you might be doing a really great job with it and he's here to support you. But there's something about self-care here. We saw that this is very important for your heart space. It was the final card of the heart space. Self-care, taking that nourishment from the divine, which is readily available. It's like the fruit just grows right on the trees. It's just like you could just like pick it and eat and be so satisfied and stuff. Weird, right? Our sustenance can come from that spiritual connection. But you have to show that physically by caring for your body as well. So continue to take care of yourself. As you focus on that, on your own body, on nourishing yourself, you continue to cultivate that self-love, and then you can have more to share with others, which is what you want to do as you come into union. Your guardian angel is here to remind you that practice makes perfect, right? You were feeling a little bit of tension about how you've handled things in the past, and this is just an acknowledgement that you're learning, right? You were practicing. Is Divine Masculine gone? Mine's not. He might not be here in the room. I might not be able to call him up and have a conversation with him right now for various reasons, but he's not gone, right? For most of us in this collective, they're lingering. Maybe frustratingly so. Maybe you think it'd be easier if they were gone. But regardless, you're practicing, you're figuring it out. And this iteration is letting you do that. And you are letting that iteration do that too. You're figuring it out. You're practicing. Boundaries. You're getting this again. You need to establish good, solid, spiritual boundaries around yourself in regards to Divine Masculine energy, I'm called to say today. Sometimes boundaries cards come up and it might have a feeling that it's not necessarily from the connection, but I actually do think you need to just respect Divine Masculine's boundaries and also make sure that you are not depleting your cup by being overly expressive, by being a little bit too, controlling, or trying to use emotion to manipulate. Just be careful. You're walking a fine line there. There's asking for your needs, and then there's manipulating for your needs, right? You don't want to manipulate for your needs. So respect Divine Masculine's boundaries and make sure that you've established clear boundaries and ask him to respect them. You're getting this clarity card in reverse. To have the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Clarity card in reverse suggests that you do need more clarity here. And the clarity that you need is in regards to this new beginning, this Fool energy. So you might want to do a meditation with the Fool card. Maybe look at a couple different versions of the Fool card and just write down some feelings and thoughts that pop up when you look at them. Maybe go to the On My Tuned In Tarot Instagram, and there's a link in my bio, which I should put in my description box. And I don't know if I have, but I should do it. But I have a lot of the playlists I've created, I've linked there so that you can go listen to like The Fool or whatever. So there is a playlist called The Fool, and there's a bunch of songs that have to do with that energy. So listen to music, listen to messages about this energy, and start to think about the positive light aspects of the card and how you can work with the energy in your life, and some of the shadow that's there, maybe not being cautious, maybe a little bit being not looking sometimes before you leave, things like that. But you might just want to get some clarity in regards to this new beginning that you are after, or in regards to just your fears and anxieties about appearing or feeling foolish, things like that. I choose to learn through love. Well, I commend you. That's excellent. I would much prefer to choose to learn through love rather than torture or some other miserable things like that. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So you're really in this space right now where you, in the past, as you've been practicing and learning what to do, you have not chosen love. Sometimes you've chosen to focus on the negative aspects and to be a little bit more in your sadness or in your pessimism or in your cynicism. And you've learned that way, and it was not very comfortable. But you have come into a time where you're really working to focus on the things that you do have and your appreciation and your joy and the things you love. And when someone disappoints you, you go within to find the reasons instead of projecting out onto them that there's something that they have that's lacking. Rather, you look inside of yourself to see what you feel is lacking that you needed them to fulfill. Excuse me, prosperity lies ahead, but it's in reverse. So that, to me, when I see the Moonology cards come out in reverse, and I'll get a feeling that really what it means is you're currently experiencing prosperity. You got that financial health card yesterday. So I actually think you're currently in a time of prosperity. This is also a Taurus energy, which is a strong kind of marriage sort of energy, cozy home kind of a thing. Your Council of Light is here to remind you about the elements of divine orchestration and how you do have helpers in the subtle realms in regards to this union. So there are things being done on your behalf all the time. Be here now. You're getting Hummingbird card. The message for the Hummingbird card is: the hummingbird's wings beat so swiftly it can hover in seeming stillness as it drinks deeply from a flower. Hummingbird spirit comes to remind you that the beauty and sweetness of life is in the eternal now, the timeless present. Here and now, you are becoming the person you wish to be, to have the experiences you wish to have. Focus your energy on the flower before you, for what you desire is being provided. Yes, there are blossoms everywhere. The choices can be dazzling. Hummingbird Spirit's message is that you have no need to go about in search of something better, for all that you require and desire is before you. You will know this as you become still, feeling your connection to Spirit who loves you unconditionally and will always provide for you. I feel very strongly, Divine Feminine, that you just got your answer for the entire day today. What is the thing that was bothering you? You were bothered about these choices. You were bothered about needing to think about which choice to make, about whether or not it was okay for you to not look at other options, but instead hone in on this one option, and you were a little bit worried about it. And the divine, your intuition in your heart space, and also in this message of this card is telling you, you have no need to go searching for something better. For all that you require and desire is before you, right there, right? Your own cup. You will know that as you become still, feeling your connection to spirit with this Ace of Cups energy. Oh my God, I kept calling this the age and it's the fucking page. I hate when I do that. But also, I even held it up and was like, it's the same in complete union. Like, literally, I'm calling it the Ace the whole time. The Page of Cups. Heart-centered, true love. But also that self-care, that Saint Raphael card came out because of that. And that must have been a strong message for me to keep repeating. Because the page holds the Ace of Cups, is what I meant to say when I was talking about this card. And that's why I held this card up. God damn it. Anyway, I hate when I do that. Page. Page of Cups. Anyway. You will know this as you become still, feeling your connection to spirit who loves you unconditionally, will always provide for you. So in other words, you're doing the right thing by choosing to be heart-centered, by following your heart. And divine masculine is meeting you where you are at. Yay! Okay. Love that for us. Let us now look at the bottom of the deck for the both of you and see what things you're in union about today. You are in the shadow attributes of the seeker. So you're having a little trouble committing to the path that you've found. You're just having a little bit of trouble. You need to come into the light, which is a thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. But I think what it is just you're just having a little bit of fear of commitment right now. And it's just because you've never experienced anything like this before. You don't know exactly what to expect. And you may have deviated a little bit searching for your truth in one another. And you have to remember that you have to find that wisdom and truth wherever they are. It's not just in one specific iteration of someone. So there could be that energy as well. There's this, it was tickling me. It's like stuck to my earring or something. Damn it. Okay. All right. So you need to come into the light of that seeker energy and just commit to this path that you found, right? Divine feminine, you're like, did I make the right choice? Divine masculine is like, I don't know if I'm being foolish, right? Just commit. When you do, your guardian angel is going to be here to help support you, and how fucking sweet this will be, right? Sweetness is about nourishing also. It's about receiving, nurturing, nourishing energy, allowing yourself to experience pleasure, allowing yourself to have sweetness is, a lot of people don't let themselves have dessert. They like deprive themselves of that pleasure in their life. And this is an encouragement to have this, to experience this, to be sweet to one another, to feel that sweetness come from each other. I can't make it up. The fucking commitment card is in reverse, along with inability to commit to a... I know that one of you both thought the other person was responsible for their lack of commitment, but you're seeing it here live on Tuned In Tarot. It ain't one of ya. This wasn't in one side's pile or the other side's pile. It was in the big old pile that is on y'all's both plates. I'm annoyed at myself. Really? But when I question myself, I think this is a big thing for me. Why has it taken me X amount of years to release my record? Well, I haven't kept my commitments to myself, right? I've had a fear that I will break my commitments to myself. So rather than commit, I just avoid it. I found my path years ago. When I started playing piano, I was 2. That's when I started playing piano. And I played classical piano until I was 15. And I was like, fuck that. I'm going to be like Tori Amos. And then I did that. And then I stopped doing that entirely for a while. And then I went back when I was 29 to Berklee College of Music. And I studied electronic production and sound design. And it's 10 years later, and I'm finally trying to keep the commitment to myself to put out a record that I wanted to do when I was 15. So if I'm having trouble committing to myself, then wouldn't it mean, dear self, I'm having trouble committing to myself, which I have convinced myself that I have found. And look at that. This 4 of Wands in reverse, what does that suggest? A fear of commitment. Whoa, Divine Feminine, you're so pissed. You're like, what the fuck? I thought Divine Masculine was the one that was afraid of commitment. The joke's on you. You're both fucking terrified. But it's only because you think you have to be perfect. And I'm scared of perfection, even though I adore it. I love perfect things. There's nothing more perfect than a perfect bento box. Like a perfect, it's so good and I want it all the time. And I have OCD, like literally. So I really want things to be very perfect. Please be perfect things, all of them. I realized years ago, part of my binge eating disorder that I had was because I felt like I had to finish something so that it was all gone, because that's as perfect as it gets, right? There's nothing left. Not just about indulgence, but also a weird obsessive compulsion. Like I can't leave like this flavor and this flavor. I have to try every single one of the flavors. Like perfection is very seductive, but it's also not fucking real. Not even real. It's just a concept. It's just something that we are driven towards because it expands us. But if it keeps us from living, we got a problem. If we can't come together, if we're like, all I want in the world is just to be with this person forever, but I'm terrified of being with this one person forever, well, then I guess I'll be in business for many years, because you'll keep coming back for more, looking at this reading and being like, I just don't know why it's not happening. And that card will keep coming out and you'll be like, must be Divine Masculine. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. So this fear of commitment, this fear of taking this final step, you both got the Fool card and you both have that fear of taking that final step. When you feel that, if you just be still and surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer and contemplation and stillness, your fears will not hold you back. Take the time to breathe out. This is coming out again, and I keep talking about it. So we're at that final stage where we're expelling all of the waste, all of that's left in the lungs. Just breathe it out. Let it all out. All of that last bit of fear, worry, anxiety, let it out. Surrender to this feeling of love. You are protected. You are safe and protected. There is that council of light surrounding you. But you want to also make sure that you call back your own power and that you maintain that feeling that no one can kind of come into that protected, sacred place that you have. There's an escape that you have that is completely protected, and you can always go there to that stillness and that 5D energy and rest there and be immediately in connection to that love that you have for each other. And that will always protect your connection. You're getting, dear spirit, bring a gentle touch. The time has come to be gentle and diplomatic when dealing with others. You might have found yourself in a situation where negotiations are necessary in order to reach your goal. I guess we are at that point right now. Dear Spirit reminds you that you have the ability to be sure-footed and confident while showing humility and respect for others. You will find that your capacity for calm and grounded communication is heightened at this time. Follow the way of Dear Spirit and you will do well, gaining the respect of others and finding common ground that is pleasing to you. Remember that understanding others and their needs will be more powerful at this time than putting your own first. If you do that, you'll be rewarded tenfold. So bring a gentle touch right now in your dealings with one another. You're at this really lovely stage where you're in complete union about the most important aspect of a connection, which is true love, innocent and pure. It is still something that you are learning to express as you practice, but if you go gently from here where you are, the outlook, friends, is very, very good. I'm going to shuffle now this little deck and just kind of get some things that we can focus on just for today that will help us with the energy, the individual energies that we're feeling. Please, if you haven't already liked this video, please go ahead and click like. That really does help grow my channel. Also, subscribe and share. Click notifications so you know when I'm going live. Also, if you follow me on Tuned In Tarot on Instagram, I will be posting. Basically, I'm going to go live and shuffle live. So you'll get a notification of when I'm shuffling. And I listen to music as I shuffle that does influence the themes that I feel come up during the readings. So you can follow me on Instagram to know exactly when I will be going live every single day. Alrighty. So Divine Feminine, here is what you need to work on today. 3 of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. You need to work on preparing yourself to receive this offer that you are desiring. You also need to work on your own offer that you are wanting to present in this material world. There's something that you're creating that you want to work on that's very important to you. This is like, bitch, do your work, get your coin, take care of your shit. Be aware that you have this experience of wealth and abundance. Remember, in your spread, you're getting financial health, you're getting like prosperity. Your prosperity is here. So be ready to receive it. Work on anything inside of you feel might be blocking you from accepting this offer or for creating or making this thing that you want to give to the world. That's your focus for today. Divine Masculine, you're getting Queen of Swords and 8 of Wands. You need to not overthink these messages that you want to send to Divine Feminine. You need to just go ahead and do it. This is, the Chariot is here. We saw the 8 of Wands on Divine Feminine side. Also, these messages that you're receiving from Divine Feminine, right? Take that chance. Bring a gentle touch. Reciprocate. Overall, today, this 5 of Swords energy, you want to work on just being a little bit less defeated in regards to one another. Because if you can not accept defeat in this union, what is underneath is your material fulfillment, the 10 of Pentacles, which I like for you. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a lovely day today, and I shall see you tomorrow morning here on Tuned In Tarot. Take care.